What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Tiny Tim and I'm back. I am back. Listen to me when I tell you I just came from in front of my TV and I'm here to tell you what I just witnessed. Let's talk about what just happened. Okay, we're talking about season 1, episode 9 of House of the Dragon. Fucking fire. Fucking fire. Now, before I get started, I need you all to please make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought about the episode. Turn on your bell for notifications so you know when I go live and drop a video. But without further ado, let's get into it. I just want to know, right? Episode opens up. Now we got to get the news out. We got to get the news out. The king dead. The king's gone. Okay? We saw last week what happened. He took his last breath. He told Alicent what happened. Like, you, Aegon, Princess Promise, Song of Ice and Fire, Rhaenyra. Whole time, he thought it was Rhaenyra. He saw Emma as he was passing, who his wife died at the beginning of the season. She takes this and runs with it. But she don't tell nobody until the news get back to her. The king dead. That's crazy because he had just told me last night he want me to have the king be Aegon instead of Rhaenyra. But it was only me in the room. And nobody else heard it. My oldest son. Cat. Like why she act surprised? My snipe, this motherfucker was see-through. Shit gone. He was see-through. Why you acting surprised? Oh, are you sure? Oh. If it wasn't gonna be last night or today or when you woke up to the news, it was gonna be that day. He was not going to make it. Y'all had him so hopped up on morphine, or their modern day morphine, milk of the poppy. He had him so jacked up on tea and shit's all fucked up. He's not with his mind. He's in so much pain. He's not there. He's not there. And you acting surprised. Oh, are you sure? Yes. That motherfucker was dead at the table. Okay? They carted him off last night. Are you surprised? Oh, I didn't know. If you were sleeping in the same bed with your king, you'd have known. Now, we already know that her handmaiden, the closest one to her loyal servant, the chick, Talia, we already seen her connection to Miss White Worm. Okay, she's the inside man. Although Hightower said early in the season, I got my sources. I ain't going to divulge my sources. I keep my sources close to me because they benefit us. Cat. They benefit your interests. That's why you left them in place. That's why Sir Lars is snitching. Little freak bull, but I'm going to get to that. But whole time, Miss Talia has been in every single phase of the show. Same actress, but she's been there. We're looking at over 21 years, roughly 21 years or so. Talia has been her number one, A1, day one handmaiden, close to. White Worm then had her hand in all of that shit since day one. News of the king gets delivered to Alicent from Talia, who had her little birdies come and tell her down in the room, this is what it is. King dead. Confirmed. Why are you acting surprised? I'm so confused. Why you acting surprised? And I thought it was dope because, you know, shit about to go sideways that Talia was able to send a message. I mean, I don't fuck with that snitching shit. I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with the little birdies and all that. But when your station is that of handmaiden or whatever you supposed to be doing, lesser than royalty, serving the royal family, you gotta make do. And if somebody paying you, and if your currency or if their currency is information and they're paying you for that, you gotta make do. I thought it was real clever of her to put the candles a certain way in the window so that her peoples can see her window from beyond the castle. They can see that code. Boom, king dead. She ain't even had to send no message, no air, no ravens, no nothing down the block to let everybody know who she needed to tell. King dead. But I thought it was dope. Now while she lighting candles, she done told the queen. Queen got to get up, get dressed, call everybody to the meeting, let everybody know to court, let everybody know what's going on. She lighting candles, sending messages and shit. You know, we get a chance to see the aftermath, you know, what happens next. So the queen is sitting at the head of the table and she's distraught because that's her husband, also the king. Also, the king just told her in her in her interpretation of what he just told her, that her oldest son is to be king instead of Rhaenyra. She's thinking about the ramifications of that. And as soon as she stops talking, she starts listening to her father and the Black and Beesbury, listening to all these people who have come up with a plan behind the queen's back, behind the court's back, that when and if, no if, because he was fucking see-through. When the king dies, this is what we're going to do to make sure our plan is in place to get Aegon on the throne, or at least one of the grandchildren on the throne. He's sitting there scheming and conniving behind the queen back, and her face is like, y'all doing this the whole fucking time? Y'all had a plan this whole fucking time? I'm sitting here worried about getting my kids in order. I'm worried about my best friend back in the day, trying to make sure our families ain't beefing. And y'all ready to move forward? Like, we ain't even prep his, but like, we are just happened. He's still in the bed warm-ish. Because he was dead and loving it at the dinner table. But, like, come on. They get to talking, and Mr. Beesbury, Master Coin, like, yo, hold the fuck up. You mean to tell me y'all gonna sit there and do some underhanded shit to go against the king's word? That's some bullshit, and y'all fucking know it. Criston Cole, I seen it a couple seconds before, because I've seen that happen before. A motherfucker walk up behind somebody, and that somebody ain't aware of their surroundings, and they get slumped. So this particular situation, I see his silver shit have his cloak stand up behind Beesbury. He like, sit down, and smashed his head into that ball, or smashed the ball into the temple of his head. It kind of replaced his eyeball and brain tissue. But the moment that happened, Lord Commander pulled out. Baldy like, nah, fuck that, yo. Drop your sword, son. Drop your sword right now. You out of line. And I'm like, technically, you his boss, telling him to put his sword down. He was out of line. You killed somebody on the king's council. Fuck that whole, oh, well, he sworn to me. He didn't threaten me. Fuck all that. You just killed somebody on the king, the reign, well, the just past king. You just killed somebody, bro. You just killed somebody on the council, and all you gonna say was for the realm. Fuck that. Fuck that. That's why the ball was there. That's why she said, he ain't threatened me. Queen ain't worried about it. Because the queen realized she needs him. She needs him because as quiet as she was while they, plotting and scheming, she knows what has to happen next. Whether he stayed Lord Commander of the King's Guard or not, she was going to have him replaced with Criston Cole. Because it's her trusted boo. Kind of find out it looked like they've been fucking this whole time. Which, that wasn't no surprise. There was no shock. We should have fucking knew that. We knew that as soon as he started playing the bitter ex-boyfriend shit with Rhaenyra. We knew. Everybody knew. Everybody knew, just like everybody knows that they ain't Laenor's kids. We fucking get it. We get it, okay? But still, to get that close and say, my loyalty to you and all that, some whispering sweet nothings and shit, all close and shit. Like, come on, yo. And even Aemon sitting there, one-eyed bandits, can't stand it, sitting there like, yo, man, I'll go with you to search for my brother, like, because nobody can find this clown. He off doing whatever in Flea Bottom, Flea Top, Flea Left and Right, Silk Street, wherever the fuck he at. He's off gallivanting and fucking off at the most. And I thought the other time was crazy. Jacking it out the window, trying to rape his handmaid and all that other stuff. This motherfucker has gone missing at the worst possible fucking time. But I think it's all because of Talia. When Talia sent that message to the White Worm, presumably, it got to the White Worm. White Worm made the move. Oh, I see Prince Aegon, but I got to get him out of visibility. Got to get him off the street now. And that's how I'm going to get paid, because information is paying the bills. That's what she do. That's what they do. It's a currency in Westeros. Information. That's how we saw Littlefinger get by as long as he did. Varys get by as long as he did. Missandei as long as she did. Information rules this world of Westeros. And the moment she got that candle signal, get Aegon off the street now. So after all the conniving and plotting and scheming, the queen realized what they was talking about. They was talking about a planned murder or double murder or more on Rhaenyra and Daemon because they hold the most legitimate claims. Because even if Viserys doesn't name his children or Rhaenyra heir, it ought, or those kids die for whatever reason, his kids die and Rhaenyra is not named heir, he dies. The next in line, much like Vaemond was trying to argue, the next possible succession would be Daemon. And because nobody wants none of that, the Hightowers want some Hightower blood on the throne, even though they all Targaryen. It's like, it's a little sketch. It's a little sketch, right? But through all of that, we see now a bunch of hustle and bustle. Rhaenys White wakes up like, what the fuck going on? They done locked her in. Because yet again, now they ain't even worried about succession with her. What they worried about is her getting the word out to Rhaenyra at Dragonstone. So, you know, we see later that the queen go ahead and holler at her like, yo, I'm going to need your answer. I need you to pick a side. But the whole scene was a clever scene, but she looked desperate, tears in her eyes, desperate, grabbing her by the hands. Rhaenys like, what the fuck off me? Get the fuck off me. You know, she's like, I'm not fucking with this shit. I'm not fucking with this. Locked her back in there. Yo, I'm going to get your answer by noon. Locked her back in. And it was kind of dope that the twins, one of the twins king got her out later in the ep. Because shit still goes sideways if it goes even further sideways if she don't get out. Not only did they lock Rhaenys in, they also locked Talia and all the handmaidens into their prison cells. And who's there ushering them all in and overseeing that bullshit? Mr. Harrenhal, Clubfoot, Lord Larys, Sir Larys, or whatever the fuck his name is. Fucking asshole. He's a fucking annoying character to me. He's a pervert. He's a fucking weird guy to me overall since day one. Since can I come sit with y'all in this circle? I'm fucked up, so I can't go out there and hunt. He's bothered the shit out of me this entire day. He's more like Littlefinger than anybody. But I don't fuck with him. I don't fuck with him at all. I do not fuck with, and to the point where it's like the queen hardly don't even fuck with this motherfucker no more. You know, she go in there she finally breaks her silence and goes and talks to her father, the hand to the king, as the queen, a grown woman. His daughter goes and holler at him like, yo, I ain't who I once was. You need to chill the fuck out. I'm not doing this murder shit. I'm not doing all that bullshit. So you gonna do what I tell you to do, and you're gonna do it when I tell you to do it. Okay? Kristen, since that other motherfucker quit, Kristen Cole's gonna be hand to the king. My son's gonna be Aegon the Conqueror, the second of his name, and that's what it's gonna be. You're gonna shut up about it, and you're gonna be hand to the king. I don't know if she said that. That might have been mixed in there. It was a lot happening in that scene because she was telling them what for and how much it costs. Okay? So I love that part because now that Timon biting her nails stuff, that's gone. That's been gone. But because you just plotted behind my back the murder of my childhood best friend and her husband and her family because of some shit that was going on that y'all ain't even fucking tell me about. Now I gotta give you bars. Now I gotta hand you your ass and play my part as the queen because you motherfuckers think you slick. And if it wasn't for me, I would have your tongue and your head by now on this fucking table. Y'all fucked with Beesbury. Now I got to figure out a motherfucker to pay for this shit. I got to figure out somebody to do the arithmetic now. Because, I can't, you talking crazy to my baby boo. No. Mr. Misinterpret everything since Rhaenyra pulled your pants down. Mr. Kristen Cole, get the fuck out the game, yo. I'm so sick of this motherfucker. He's another one need a knife through the fucking throat. How are you fucking 50 years old? You the only character ain't changed, bro. How the fuck do you... my oath. I bloodied my cloth when I fucked Rhaenyra the princess and nobody knows about it but you. Alright, well, you gonna keep fucking me because the king ain't fucking shit because his dick fell off. So, It is what it is. You're going to be sworn to me. You're going to be my little side piece. And then that's what it's going to be. That's what it's going to be. And shit go crazy. You next in line for Lord Commander of the Night of King's Guard. And it is what it is. You worry about you. I worry about me. But when I need something, I'm going to holler at you. Mr. Kristen Cole coming in, putting people head on the table. Fuck you, yo. Fucking simp. You goddamn simp, man. First bitch throw it at him, man. Oh shit, the princess, man. I can't do this. Alright, he lift his shit up and slide his fucking knight's gear off. Man, fuck you, man. You fake sleep and let the princess slide your shit off, man. Now look, you're fucking the queen, you fucking simp. Oh my goodness, man. I could wear my white cloak, and I could still be a knight, and I could fuck bitches. Damn, that's crazy, because knights don't fuck bitches. They got a job to do. That's why it was such an issue with Jaime. That's why it was such an issue with Jaime. He was, well, one, he's the hands of the king. But two, he's like, yo, this motherfucking royalty. He's a night god. He's the kingslayer. He's the motherfucker you don't fuck with, and he not supposed to do all that extracurricular shit. He was fucking his sister, but that's a whole nother story. Y'all know what that is about. That's a whole nother story. Now, the whole episode is about finding Aegon. Because at this point, after that little secret meeting that Alicent had and she checked Otto in the previous scene, the whole episode is about finding Aegon so they can get him installed as fast as possible. Because if that doesn't happen and word gets to Dragonstone or word gets anywhere outside of King's Landing, shit's gonna go bad fast, right? So they on a mad dash. Everybody's on a mad dash. He like, yo, I hear you. I hear you. You know, that's what Otto said. He was like, all right, cool. But before that, he had sent the twins, Eric and Arik, yo, go find that motherfucker and bring him straight to me. Nobody else. Alicent do the same thing. Kristen Cole, take my son, go find my other son, and bring him straight to me. And I'm like, you know, Otto gonna get himself killed by his daughter. He overstepping and forgetting that his daughter's the queen. The queen. Well, now she's what? The queen regent? Because her husband died and now she's the mother of the king. So is that the queen regent? I don't fucking know. That's what they call Cersei. I don't know if that's the same shit, but yeah, it's like, I think it's the same shit. Mother of the queen. But yeah, so like, Alicent is fucking fed up and tired with all this bullshit. It's been a long fucking night. Gotta put my hair up now because I gotta make an appearance. I gotta go talk to people about this shit. And it's just, the episode was dope to me. I really felt like they was bringing so much heat before the elephant in the room. But it was more of like it was a properly paced, robust episode. And I call it robust. I use that word because it was chock full. It was flavorful. It hit on as many cylinders as it could hit on. You know what I mean? Like, even to the point where we know Lord Larys is a fucking nut, right? We get it, okay? But she goes to talk to Otto after the whole find the Aegon thing. And it's like, she just want to have a drink and sit the fuck down. You hear me? And she go and pour herself a little sippy sip. Your Grace. She look up like, oh, this motherfucker, man. What do this motherfucker want, bro? Like, beat it. I can't have no peace and quiet, man. What, Lord Larys? What do you want, bro? What can I help you with at this late hour, yo? It's fucking late as shit. What do you want? Why are you in my room? Why are you here? How can I help you? Well, you know, I heard that a spider's weaving a web, and one of the spiders is, you know, living up in here, and your daddy knew about it. Motherfucker. First of all, the queen is dumb as shit to not know that, to not expect it, to not anticipate something like that was happening anyway. But again, she was too focused on Rhaenyra, not her fucking kids, or not nothing going on, or being a queen in general. But, you know, she just wants to sit down. She kick off her little Chinese slippers, and I call them that not because they look or design any type of way. Back in Baltimore, back in the day, Baltimore, Philly, New York. I think they called them Chinese slippers because they was the little flat slip-ons, and they had little designs on them. Some of them was see-through, some of them was like jelly, like plastic, So she kicked them off. Got to take her little high socks off. She just want to wiggle her toes, and mind you, as somebody who's not necessarily a foot person, like fetishy, she had some nice fucking feet. I like a woman with nice feet. She had some pretty feet. This motherfucker Loris. Yeah, about that. Yeah, put the pinky toe. Move the pinky toe around. That'll do it. Like, yo, what the fuck is going on with this ball? And she ain't turned over and see him yanking it right there in front of her. He just get the big toe. Rub them together. Yeah, that'll do it. You's a fucking nut. And that's why he was staring at her like that since the funeral. Matter of fact, no, he went and hollered at her when it was a different actress, when they was still a kid, when she was still a kid. Went and hollered at her by the Godswood tree in the garden. Then was staring at her after he killed his brother and father, and he sitting there at Lena's funeral like, what's up, queen? Let me holler at you, queen. When you get a chance, let me holler at you. Yo, he been staring at you the whole time we've been here. He crazy, but he just proud. He happy that he got Harrenhal, whatever. No, he's a freak boy, yo. He want you. You don't see, listen, she has got to be the worst either human being or queen or female in this show, because she has yet to see that he wants her and will do anything for her. Anything, by any means. If you wish it, your grace. Anything he will do for her. Because why? He got feelings for her. Kristen Cole, sworn to protect her, will do anything for her. Why? Because he hitting it. Like, come on, yo. If you see that with Kristen Cole, barely, because you're allowing that, you should be able to see it with Lord Lars, freak boy, walking around. Yeah, about that. Like, yo, she has some really nice, pretty fucking feet. But, like, pretty feet. But you just, come on, yo. You just, like, what type of shit is that? You know you ain't gonna get nothing because you a club foot. You know, you're handicapped, and ain't nobody wants you. Like, I get it, but no, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I can't get it. I don't get it. It's not my thing. I like a woman with nice feet. My lady has nice feet. I like her feet. She don't understand why, but I like her feet. She has some nice feet. Allison has some nice feet. I'm gonna get off the foot topic, but she has some nice feet. He's a freaking nut boy, just yanking it right across from her while she not looking. What happened when you rock hard and she turned back around and say, yeah, so go ahead and, hey, yo, my man off with his head. You know what I mean? Like, come on, yo. What did you think is going to happen right there? You, like, he's got some weird compulsive energy, and it's just, he ready to kill a motherfucker. She's like, yo, you want to kill somebody? I'm pretty sure that's up your alley, ain't it? That's your expertise. That's what you do, right? I mean, if you wish it, your grace. You fucking nut, man. Get the fuck on. So, later in the episode, when they try to usher everybody, trying to get everybody, bells are tolling, it's first thing in the morning. Eric, I don't know which one, comes and gets Princess Rhaenys. Like, yo, on me, take this. We got to get the fuck out of here, yo. I got to get you out of here right now, because I can't stand for this bullshit over here, because that's some fuck shit. And I saw it early in the episode. Early in the episode, when they was rumbling in the street, it was Kristen Cole, the twins, and Aemon trying to get Aegon. And the one twin just standing there watching, like, and then the other one is fighting Kristen Cole, and he just, well, I'm like, okay, so Eric and Art don't see eye to eye on this venture. Now, again, because they're twins, true twins, because two Lannister boys, Tyland and the two twins, the Lannister motherfuckers, they were played by the same actor earlier in the show. He played both parts. This is true twins. True twins for this episode, Eric and Arik, and they don't agree with each other. They don't agree with what's going on at Tyrion, the shit that's going on. This is treachery. This is bullshit. This is treason. And same thing Beesbury said. This is fucking treason, bro. This is bullshit. So they got to get Rhaenys out. Rhaenys is the one that's got to get out, get the Dragonstone, get the message to the queen and or the princess, and before shit goes sideways. Again, I don't know which one is which, and I'm pretty sure we're going to get some, definitive clarification on that next week. I might even have to watch this episode again because of how it ended. It was so phenomenally put together. It was perfect for me. It was so perfect that I almost missed it. It was so perfectly timed that I almost missed it. I thought him cheering, hip hip hooray, hip hip hooray. I thought for a fact the credits were going to start rolling, and they gave us more. They gave us so much fucking more. So she's standing there. Rhaenys is in the crowd. She's standing there. Okay. Don't say shit to nobody because she don't know none of these people. She stay cloaked up. She found a way out the side exit. So when you're going through you're going through King's Landing, the catacombs under King's Landing that very few people knew about in Game of Thrones. That's where she was ushered through to get out of the castle, right? She walked by, she know where the dragon pits is from there. She had time to go find it, go locate Meleys and get her dragon. But the way she blew up through that fucking floor, I almost missed it. Stooge! I'm talking about hundreds of people got to be crushed dead under that rubble. That was the most epic scene for her to not have said anything. And when the smoke cleared and Meleys caught her feet, got her feet together, walked up on that motherfucking, what's the thing? I wanted to call it an effigy, but it's not that. They walked up on the little altar that they were standing there and coronating them and all that stuff, crowning them. And she walked up on that shit, and the look on Alicent's face was just like, fuck. She was ready to cook them. Listen to me when I tell you. She was ready to barbecue them motherfuckers. All the high towers would have died in that instant. Right then. Because they couldn't get away. It was the Queen, Aegon, Aemon, Helaena, Otto. Everybody's up there. Everybody should have died. Everybody should have died. And the simple fact that Rhaenys didn't pull the trigger on that was a simple from early in the episode. And I yelled it straight out loud, like at the TV. Like, that's your fucking answer, bitch. I'm out. I gotta go tell. Like, yo, that's your fucking answer. But when Meleys screamed, and when I say screamed, hollered at everybody up there, everybody head whistling, When I tell you, that shit gave me chills. I'm not talking about from when she busts out the floor. I'm talking about when I don't know if it's Meleys is a he or she, but when that dragon reared back and cocked his mouth, I thought all hell was finna break loose right then. But it wouldn't have been no season if it was going to end like that. Let me tell you, because next week, the finale. But that shit gave me fucking chills. And the way she looked at her, that's your answer, bitch. It was all in her eyes. That's your answer, bitch. Then leaned down to Meleys and said what she said and exited stage left. That shit was a finale. A finale. Because, and part of my arrogance over there on YouTube, well, here on YouTube, but over on the part of my arrogance page, they say the same thing. Miz will tell you, I didn't realize it. I noticed it, but I didn't notice it right away because the way I binged Game of Thrones. But in Game of Thrones history, in those 8 episodes, well, I'll say 8 seasons, but I'll say the first 7 seasons, the 9th episode before the finale was always the heat, right? But I don't think George R.R. Martin and Shapachnik and all them other people doing this show is going to do that. Because based on what I seen for the preview for next week, that shit gonna be better than this. I think that little teaser that Rhaenys gave us, walking up to the thing and screaming in their face and flying off, that's just a look. Tastes good. It's just a taste of what's about to happen next week. And when I was trying not to look, I don't like watching previews. But I was so enthralled with what just happened, what just transpired, for her dragging the bus out the thing, screaming everybody's face, and then scoot on out of there and see that big motherfucking dragon. I'm talking about horns coming out his fucking face, his claws, just bones, just epic dragon. That's a bad motherfucker right there. Okay, and I think Meleys is slightly smaller than Rhaegar. I think the one Aemon took. I really think he's slightly smaller, but it don't fucking matter because Daemon got the biggest one next to Rhaegar, which is Syraxes. So shit about to go crazy. And now that you gonna have, oh, it's gonna go crazy. Oh my gosh, it's gonna go crazy. Because why? Because why? You got Rhaenyra and all of the people that pledged fealty to her, which, let's go back for a second. The bald dude who really supported her from day one when she was giving birth, when she gave birth to that second kid, or no, the third kid, and she had to walk up and the queen wanted to see the baby. He was the one that, like, technically on the low was supportive of her. But when he seen them first two get, escorted out, man, I ain't bending the knee. My word is my bond. All right, security. They got dusted. We don't know what happened to them. But, I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I thought he let him go. I thought he let them go, right? But later we see, as they try to be out, Rhaenys look up and see some feet. It's bald dude. Because bald dude was trying to escape and tell, he bent the knee, all hail the king. Yeah. That's what they want me to say. All hail the king. Yeah. But really and truthfully, that motherfucker just ain't want to get cooked. He ain't want to get sauteed and filleted. He ain't want to get hung. He just didn't. So they pull him in the room. So why'd you do it? Where was you going? Yo, man. It don't even matter, yo. I said all hail the king. Escort him out of here. You can't do this to me. You can't do this. Who do you think you do? You know who I am. No, I don't, actually. I don't even know your fucking name, my G. And that's just me as a fan. They don't say his name enough. I'll say that. He has a name. He's not an extra. They just don't say his name enough for me to commit it to memory. He wasn't in every episode like Rhaenys, Rhaenyra, Daemon, people like that. Even Kristen Cole is not something I committed to memory because he's a fucking nut. But, even Helaena, who I was calling, by the way, let's revisit because I like to admit when I'm wrong, so you can't never say I was wrong and I didn't admit it. Back in them couple episodes, I got all them girls' names wrong. Helaena, Baela, and Rhaena. The young girls. Baela and Rhaena are the children of Daemon and Laena. And Helaena is the daughter who seems autistic, who I said might have been a little on the spectrum a couple episodes back. She's annoying, she's just mumbling and shit. But based on what my research say, and based on what I'm seeing, I'm getting a lot of prophetic vibes from her. I think she is really telling the story behind the scenes. Every scene she's in, she's telling a fucking story. And because she's so absent-minded and carefree, nobody's paying her any mind. She's extremely sensitive to certain sounds and movements and things like that. Because when Homeboy got his whole yanked off last week, she's overly sensitive to stuff like that. And I really think she's on the, not really on the spectrum. She's more of a clairvoyant, I guess. I guess borderline autistic genius. I don't know. Whatever it is, in their time, it was more of the dreamers, kind of like Bran and the Three-Eyed Raven, kind of like that, kind of prophecy type. That's why I said prophetic. So the way she is, but that's them girls' names. I've been getting them wrong this whole season. I finally got them right, and I wanted to make sure I let you all know I got it right. So I don't got to make no edits. I ain't got to make no, whatevers. Sorry, I've been messing y'all names up. Y'all just not there enough. Now I got them right. Close to right, I think. Baela, Rhaena, Helaena. But I made a note. So Aegon marries his sister, Helaena, which instantly makes him king based on this usurping of Rhaenyra. Which makes the usurping of Rhaenyra, it be Aegon is the king, and Helaena, his sister, is now the queen. This family's fucked up. And I seen a meme the other day where it just shows somebody saying, yeah, every time I watch an episode, me looking up the Targaryen family tree. Yes, because what the actual incestual fuck. But anyway, I really feel like I enjoyed the episode naturally. 100% if you ain't caught that vibe already, then you lost. But I enjoyed the episode. That's how you end the episode. Every single episode up to now has been fire. The only thing I did not like 100% was the time jumps. But like I said in previous episodes, they're telling the story properly, so the time jumps don't even fucking matter. I feel good about it, and I can't wait until next week. We talking about the finale next week. Next week we talk about that. This has been a quick 10 weeks. It's been a fucking ride, and I've loved every single second of it. The writers, the cast, the crew, the makeup department, the visual effects department. Oh man, this has been a stunning season, and I cannot wait to watch this finale because you know, they've already been approved and greenlit for a second season. So I cannot wait to see how this episode and this season ends. I'm pretty sure it's going to give me chills naturally beginning to end. I haven't looked at the runtime, so I do not know how long they're projecting it to be. But it's going to be more than 50 minutes. It's going to be more than an hour. They're going to give us the heat. They're not going to give us season 8 Game of Thrones vibes where it was an hour and a half. They're not going to do that. But maybe. We don't know. Hour 15, hour 20. We don't know. I don't know, at least. But I'm going to look into that. I'm going to look into some more names, into some more alliances, and any possibilities that may transpire between now and next week. I'm going to look into that. But while I look into that, you look into all my socials. Go ahead and follow me on all socials at TinyTimGaming3. If you don't see my name, if you don't see my face, that's not me. Here on YouTube and over on Facebook at Tiny Tim Gaming. The same rules apply. If you don't see my face, if you don't see my logo, it is not me. Please make sure you turn on the bell for notifications, hit like, subscribe, and tell me next week what you think in the comments, what you think is going to happen with this war. Because it's a war brewing. It's a war brewing. She could have cooked them right there on the stand. She cooks everybody, there's no war. But she was thinking, if I cook them now, it's still going to try to be a war. But if I don't cook them, it's going to be a war. So what you think is going to transpire, who's going to take what side, who's going to say what to whom, and I just can't, I can't wait. I can't wait to talk to you all about it. I can't wait to see it. I can't wait to do it. I can't wait. But until next time, make sure you follow all socials, turn on the bell for notifications, like, subscribe, and we'll talk about it, man. But until the next time, it's your boy Tiny, signing off. We out. Peace.